everyone, welcome to my very first YouTube video. I feel great about this. So basically I have been on Instagram most of this time with you guys and on Snapchat, and I was like, it's my time. It's my time to make the movies. And no one asked me to make a movie, so I'm going to make my own movies right here on YouTube. Glad to be with you. So I thought, why not do the haul of all the stuff I bought at Sephora today. I went in for one eyeshadow and I left. Basically, I'm contemplating if I can still afford this home. So might as well make a YouTube video out of it, right? So I got a blush palette, I got an eyeshadow palette, and I got 2 new lip products. But first I'm prepping my skin because it was super dry today with this magnetite. Okay, I saw this on YouTube before. People do this. Oh, guys, I'm practically a YouTube professional. So anyway, this mask is called the Magnetite Age Defier by Dr. Brandt. I like it because it makes me feel like I live in the future. So basically what it is it's a mask that I don't know what it does. But what I do know is you take it off with a magnet, and that makes me feel like I live in the fucking future. I don't know about you guys, but I thought the future was gonna be like flying cars and that thing that the Jetsons had in their kitchen that you could put any food you want and it would just pop up. But pretty much I'm happy because we have a magnetic mask and Postmates. I mean, the only difference between Postmates and that thing the Jetsons had was that like a stoned guy named like Julian doesn't show up on his bike with my food that's like all lukewarm because it's been 45 minutes and Julian doesn't give a shit about my food. So it's pretty much the same. So I'm letting this mask sit for another 2 minutes and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna take it off. It is unreal, unreal. I will show you some magic. Are you ready? All right, so this little magnet comes with the mask, and what you do is you wrap the magnet with a piece of tissue. I'm using organic cotton high grade toilet paper. JK, it's Charmin. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, we're gonna get up close for this one. Slow zoom, oh shit, look at that slow zoom. Whew. Okay, so look, wait for it. Oh, guys, how amazing is that? I'm gonna show you one more time and then I'm gonna go take it off. Not on camera because this is really boring to watch. Or really satisfying. It's kind of like those pimple popper videos, which I hate because they make me want to throw up, but I know that that's like a thing. I mean, when someone pops pimples and they have way more fans than you, pretty good. Okay, so here's my skin in all of its clean glory. I have some gnarly pimples right now. Oh, Jesus. Guys, if you only saw the janky YouTube setup I have right now, like, I bet people are watching this being like, terrible lighting. You don't know how to work your ring light, because I don't. There's just like boxes that this camera is on. It's not great. I'm gonna have to work on this. So if you have tips, if you're a blogger, YouTuber, or someone that just knows how to operate, you know, really simple technology you bought off of Amazon, please write me. I think, write me in the comments, right? Is that what people say? Don't forget to subscribe. So I'm gonna do my normal face stuff, like my base and everything that I do, and then I will show the new stuff I bought. Cool? Great. Okay, so I'm pretty simple. I have like these 2 Smashbox foundations that I mix. It's these 2 right here. They're 2 colors because sometimes I look like Snooki and sometimes I look like a geisha. So we gotta have both. Now I'm like geisha Snooki, you know? So So I'm gonna mix those together. I'm gonna put them on with my finger because I'm an animal. Guys, I just read an article. So actually, let's take a step back. So I did a Snapchat on a makeup tutorial and I was talking about the people on YouTube that have used a scrotum as a beauty blender. And I just happened to read an article on what other things people are using as beauty blenders, and I'd really like to share them with you after I finish putting on this foundation. I think you're supposed to get this wet. Do you see how dirty my beauty blender is? I definitely have syphilis from this beauty blender. So I'm gonna take a minute to wash this. I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back and I got, I think 50% of the dirt off this beauty blender. So I feel fine about that. Let's be honest, who washes their beauty blender every time? Nobody. Nobody that I wanna be friends with. All right, so I was told on the internet that we just tap all the foundation right into those giant pores we're trying to always get rid of, right? Okay, oh, see, do you see this, what looks like a mosquito bite on my face? That's, guys, forgot to introduce my co-star for YouTube. This is Sarah. She's great. She showed up today. She's from out of town, and she's really working on Instagram following. So Sarah will be around probably for the next 3 or 4 days, and feel free to ask her any questions in the comments. Like, hey Sarah, what do you like to do in your free time? Okay, so foundation. I also have a concealer. I'm using a Glossier concealer underneath my eyes. I don't know what this is called. Let's see. It's called Stretch Concealer. So this is in medium. Looks like this. How do you get this thing to there we go. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna just give Sarah a little privacy. And then that's from last week, some new other friends that were in town. So guys, love is a battlefield. Okay, so tap that in. Oh, Sarah, you just don't want to be covered. You know what? Women's rights. Be free, Sarah. Resistance, whatever. I have this Laura Mercier translucent powder that everyone, I think, uses in the history of being on the internet. So just put that underneath your eyes. Some people, I think, call this baking. I don't know. I just put it there because it gets weird and creasy if I don't. Put that there. Put some in the good old nose pockets, you know? I think that's a YouTube term. I put them in my nose pockets because what is disgusting is when you can see your pores, like where like old blackheads used to live, and you can see them still. So I like to just cover those up like a bad past relationship, you know? So I forgot what people have used as a beauty blender. Okay, let's talk about this. Number 1, hard-boiled egg. Go fuck yourself. That's disgusting, and your face would smell like a fart. A tomato. A tomato? Okay, another one, a sock. Another one, a condom. Now, I don't know about your condoms, but I certainly don't want to be putting that condom on my face. There's all sorts of lubricant and like all different things. I'm wondering, do you put the condom around the scrotum? I mean, I know that condoms don't usually go around the scrotum, but if you were gonna do the scrotum tutorial, would you put the condom over the scrotum? Moving on, a pancake. Sometimes I hate people. So next up, I'm going to give myself, my face more of a shape because currently it looks like a pancake. I think in the world of the internet, they call it contouring. This is a brush of an unknown name and an unknown source. This is an Anatasia contour kit that clearly was a waste of my money because I've only used 2 colors, but the light brown, dark brown, mix it in, a measurable amount of both. Okay, here we go. Now this is always scary because if you do it wrong, you're basically fucked. Oh, hey, Sarah. Sarah's getting a tan. Gonna just make this giant forehead look small. Oh, fuck. I just like a little contour on the end of my nose. Some people like wanna like contour the fuck out of their nose, and some of these people, you're like, where exactly is your nose? Where's your nose? It's like that game you play with babies, like, got your nose, but like, it's with like a beauty blender and you're like, I don't have a fucking nose anymore. I beauty blended my nose off. Sometimes, I mean, if you're using any of those other beauty blender kind of items, it might be good to blend your nose off so you don't smell someone's balls or an egg. So these are just things I think about. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just using this like people do. Okay. I feel great. I think I shall try out some of the things I bought at Sephora today. Okay, so I forgot about two things, my eyebrows and my highlighter. I like this little highlighter by Tristique. It is a great little stick. I love stick things because I travel a lot and I'm always on the go, and also I'm not great at makeup. So I put that there and there and there. I do a tiny little line down the middle. See that? Oh, right there. So that's how I do that. And then you know what to do. You know what to do. So you can tell that I have been using my Anatasia Dip Brow just a little bit. Now it's like this dried, cakey consistency on the outside, which probably isn't how I'm supposed to use it, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. So let's check this zoom feature. Woo! I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed, so I'm really looking forward to not having to do this every day. You know, some days you mess them up and then you end up with like 2 seagull wings on your face, but that's, you know, sometimes it's just that day. Looks, oh shit, see, I fucked up. See, guys, this is harder than it looks. Eyeshadow looks so much better when you put it on when you have eyebrows. And my eyebrows stop like right here, so necessary. Sometimes I think this Anatasia Dip Brow looks like I painted my eyebrows on like a chola, which I'm fine with. Next, what I bought today. Are you ready? I am ready. Okay, so the first thing I bought today was, well, this is actually what I went in for, which was eyeshadow. And as you can see, I have some residual eyeshadow that I was trying on at Sephora on my eyeballs. It has glitter in it. I can't get it off. Story of all of our lives, really. We've all been there. Keeping it real. This is the eyeshadow palette I ended up buying. I've heard a lot about this. I asked people on Snapchat which eyeshadow palette I should get, and approximately 3 million people, or like 30, said this palette. So here we are. I think it was like 45 bucks or something like that, which doesn't seem so bad. This is the palette. Oh, I just hit myself in the face. This is the palette. It has I was glad to see it wasn't like blue and green and stuff like that. Like, they always make a palette and I never like them because I like 2 of the colors and then the rest are like, you know, looks like a unicorn took a shit on your eye, and I'm not into that vibe. But this one I actually really liked all the colors. So I'm gonna try, I think I'm gonna try the craziest one. I'm gonna try this pink one. I'm going to get a brush. This one is like puffy, so I think I like that one. So I'm just gonna, oh fuck. Oh boy, this is dark. This is darker than I expected. Okay, we're gonna just blend that shit out. Like there's like 14 beauty bloggers rolling over in their social media grave because I'm just, with bad lighting, just mushing that right on. Just right on the skin. Now I'm gonna do a big sin, and I'm gonna use this brush that came with this kit, and I don't give a fuck. So I think the next one I'm gonna use is this orange one because we're gonna go crazy. Here we go with this orange color. Gonna put it on the edge. What do you call this? I think it's just called the edge. And then I'm gonna even go crazy and put a little bit in there. That's what I always do when it drops down. I go like this. I look like a crazy person. Then I just take this other brush that doesn't have anything on it. I'm just blending. I just blended the fuck out of my eye. That looks good. I think I'm going to take another one of the colors. It's called Primavera, which really makes me think of a pasta dish, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna put it here and here because someone once told me that's how you open up the eyes. It's how you look alive, you know? Okay, put a little up top, a little here. Looking good. I'm just gonna take this red ochre and go underneath, which is another color in the palette. So guys, I basically have already used 3 colors in this palette, which is 3 more colors than I normally wear. Okay. So, I like this. I feel like it needs a little blending. Looks like a little much, so I'm gonna just... Do people use a beauty blender for this? I'm gonna use one. I don't know. I don't know. This seems like not a thing people do, but I don't care. Okay. Cool. I think these colors are actually really great. Look at, hey, Sarah, what do you think? Sarah, mine looks great. Okay, whatever. You know what this kind of reminds me of? In probably 9th grade, I was going through a little bit of a punk goth stage, and I was really into wearing Jinkos and baby tees and all that. And I did go through a stage where I wore red eyeliner. And when I bought this today, I literally was like, this kind of reminds me of it. But the red eyeliner I was wearing then, maybe I should turn my phone off when I film. What do you think? When I was wearing red eyeliner back in the early 2000s, it definitely didn't cost $50. It cost $1.99 at the icing. Okay, so another thing I bought today was this. I bought this Narcissist, this NARS, I bought this NARS cheek palette, which I didn't know I needed a cheek palette, but apparently I do, because I've been using the same color of blush for every single thing, probably for the last 2 years. So I think it was, the guy at Sephora told me it was time, and I believed him. I bought into it hook, line, and sinker. I bought a $60 blush palette. Basically, I went from having one blush to having, how many is in here? Let's see. 6. 6 blushes, guys. Amazing. Amazing. My blush brush is really the most embarrassing brush I have. Look at how disgusting it is. I'm gonna, I guess, like wipe it off on something. I have this dirty paper from before. I will just, I think you're supposed to clean your brushes like pretty frequently. I don't do that. I just, you know, by the time I'm like, oh shit, that's dirty, I'm like, I gotta use it. It can't be all wet. So it's not like I have 13 million brushes. I have this one blush brush. Okay, so here's my quandary with this palette. I don't know which blush goes with what face. So I'm thinking this one here. I don't know though. Okay, let's do it on this side. How are we feeling about this? I don't know if I can see it. Is my skin too dark? So another thing I bought was this Sephora, what does it say? Contour and color thing. And it is a lipstick on one side and like a little pencil on the other side. It's in a very nude color. So I'm not gonna use this one with my face right now. I also bought this gloss balm. It's Sephora brand as well. I'm gonna actually use this on my eyes to do a glossy eye look at some point. I've been seeing them all over and I'm like, I could do that. But the thing I'm really excited about that I did buy was this lipstick. It's Laura Mercier. I actually was waiting for my lift. I had already checked out. I was waiting for my lift and I was like looking at this guy putting makeup, one of the makeup artists putting makeup on this lady, and he put this lipstick on her and I was like, holy shit, I must have that. So I literally saw my Uber was 3 minutes away. I ran to the Laura Mercier counter, or the Laura Mercier, whatever it's called, display, picked it up. It was like, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. It was like to the line, and the lady in the line, of course, the two people in front of me checking out, one of them was paying in change, loose change. I was like, oh my God, I want to kill you. And then the other person was letting her kid like do her credit card, and he was 3. And I was like, he's too little for that, please move. Yeah, but I'm all for kids learning, but like not in the Sephora line. I was like, my lift's outside, it's 3 minutes away. I was like tracking it on my phone, but I had to have this lipstick. So I wanted to show you this Laura Mercier one. The color is so freaking pretty. I got it on my hand already. So let me show you what it looks like. Real talk, I'm just gonna wipe it off because I'm too lazy to get up and get a paper towel. Okay, so I just put the lipstick on. I love it. I like that it's almost a nude, but it's not. It's like a nude, but a little darker. And they say you're supposed to pick your lip color, like either the color of your nipples or like the inner of your lip. I'm not gonna show you my nipples today. We're gonna hold that for another YouTube video. Also, I'm realizing that these videos will probably be the reason that I will never be able to run for president. Not that I want to, and not that that would even stop me now. You can literally do anything and be president. So lastly, I'm just gonna finish off my look with this mascara. It is from a brand I'm not sure because the label has worn off. I think it's Rimmel. It's Rimmel. Thank God for the imprinted logo on this one. I can't tell you what the style of mascara is. Definitely don't put this on my top lashes because I have lash extensions, but I'm gonna put it on my bottom lashes. Holy shit, I almost poked my eye out. Okay. And I have to do this stupid ass face. You basically do like a reject orgasm face. You're like, okay. What if that was the face that you made when you orgasmed? A girl can dream. So the last thing I am going to do is I'm going to put on my Glossier Boy Brow. Boop. Just on my brows because it gets windy in New York. So basically I just we're going to be doing all sorts of content here on YouTube. Everything from vlogging to tutorials to reviews to all sorts of things. Lots of Q&As. And by we, I mean me and Sarah. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think there's a button somewhere down here for you to subscribe. I would love to share all of this with you. And if you have any particular videos you want made, questions you have, anything like that, you can leave them down below, or you can message me on Instagram. And again, my Instagram is @Chinae Alexander, and I am So excited to do this with you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.